baby.
It's a lazy Friday. We started late. Stop yelling at us.
Guys, I'm feeling my oats, feeling my fantasy.
I'm feeling my funeral fantasy.
Here's the problem.
John James Preston.
I decided I want to get plastic surgery.
Okay.
And I realized too, you
better get ready for everyone to talk shit about it like you do to everyone who gets plastic surgery then.
Oh no, I won't get anything here. I'm gonna get my neck. I just want a neck tightening.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'll just leave my face. Okay. Hi guys. It's episode 2. I see we have had a sharp drop off in our numbers.
No, people jump in as we go. Don't worry about it. Don't look at it.
Hi friends. Okay, I want to say hi to all our friends here then. Hi Natasha. Hi Heather. Hi Wicked Witch of the West. Hey Meredith. Hey Jay Schwa. And hey Jordan. And if you're just lurking, throw a comment in there, babes.
Huh.
Thanks, Wicked Witch of the West. I like this shirt too, and it feels very silky. It has been horribly gross here. The weather, terrible.
Yeah, the dust storm. Janelle Brown was just there. She posted about it on her Instagram.
Oh yeah. My entire tree blew over.
Yeah, sure did.
And then I had to pay a bunch of money to have it cut down and removed.
Did you do that? You did that already?
Yeah, or else it was just laying. I get shit done.
That's bougie shit. All right, what are we talking about today? We got an agenda. Hello, guys.
It's Hot in the City. That's what we are. It's Joan and Amanda. We're here every Friday at 2 p.m. EST to cover do a live little morning after for whatever. And this week it is season 1, episode 2 of And Just Like That. Really, it is the Big's funeral episode. Okay. And did you guys wear your little black dresses to be in line? We will be wearing ours when we do our full recap, which make sure you guys check out because it drops tomorrow, same time here on YouTube, or if you listen to us on the podcast places, if you're on live, this is a YouTube exclusive. You know what you could also do, though? You could be a really sweet baby and you could join our Patreon if you're on here and you're not already, because this week we did Smash, and coming very soon, is it next week or the next week?
It's the next one we record.
RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 2, bitch!
Oh God! It's the best season of television that isn't Vanderpump Rules.
Just please get ready for Amanda and I to both be like,
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying.
Very.
Okay,
but it's a great time to get in there because we're starting a new season. We have new episodes. We have literally days worth of episodes that you could go check out. Hey Marie, hey babe, hey AP.
Says, oh God, not Ginger again. She's really good. That's her peak, I feel.
Thing is, though, in All Stars 2, Ginger also only makes it. They cut her quick. Now,
or 3 of the world, I think.
Crazily, I could do a deep dive already right here. What's wild is she got sent home on the episode that actually she killed the challenge.
She absolutely killed
it.
So
I was like,
Fifi should have gone home, but she was causing a lot of drama. So they
oh no. We needed Fifi to go home exactly when Fifi goes home. But we're gonna do it no spoilers. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe
we're gonna really try our hardest to be no spoilers. Make sure that you guys check that out. You can even join our Patreon for free and just watch little clips and see if it's worth your bucks.
Get a taste, yeah.
Because you know what? Once you get that amuse boosh, you're gonna want to get the full taste. I'm on one right now, and Amanda was on one yesterday because oh baby, she laid the hammer down
a few times. I made a very big decision. Me and Jody did, and that's all I'll say
it's
about
that. Time.
It is about time. But
if anyone's a crossover from Amanda's other situation, Amanda's other podcast,
and that's all we'll say about that.
That's all I'm saying. It's about time, and I'm sure you know what we're talking about.
also, like, this woman wanted me to pick up her dogs because their house was getting fumigated. It was like 45 minutes away. So I did that. And it was this whole fucking thing. But what it ended up happening was that this woman was at work while her deadbeat loser stay-at-home husband didn't wake up in time. And I was like, I'll wait 15 minutes and then I'm leaving. And then I waited 15 minutes and I left. Sorry, my house is being fumigated though. Well, I guess you should have chosen a better partner. Anyway, so that happens. I'm like knocking it out. Then my ex-assistant messages me last night at like 11:30 and she's like, hey Amanda, I'm just really struggling right now, can you offer me any work this week, because I'm just real. And I was like, and I wrote back, no, I'm really sorry, but you took advantage of my leniency for far longer than I should have allowed. And then I blocked her so that she wouldn't write back that I was fat or something. So
Amanda loves to block.
You're out. No anxiety over here now. God.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
I, in the last like days, have watched K-pop Demon Hunter 3 times. You guys, if you have not watched it, which I'm sure you have because it was the #1 movie in the world, and it's the most watched movie ever on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, watch K-pop Demon Hunter. I also got a walking pad, and it's like,
that's fun. You can't really walk in Phoenix. Like, it's like that's the thing. You can't really walk outside except for like 10 days out of the year.
That's well, no, I'm fine walking. Like in about a month, I'll be able to start going back outside again and walking. But I've started to feel very cooped up. And I'm like, you know what? While I'm here inside, I could be like walking. Now, mind you, I'll just say, I am 6'2", and I am like, I got some meat on my bones, you know what I mean?
I want your man meat. Me, I want some man meat. That's from The Office.
I'll just tell you, the walking pad, she's moaning underneath me is all I'll say. You know, they're not meant to. AP, thanks, babe. I don't know who you are, but thanks. No, it's like, I'm like, every once in a while, I'm like, I gotta get off because it's like going, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. You know, they're just not meant for big bitches.
I broke my bed 3 days after I got it, my big bed, because I was like 75 pounds heavier than I am now. No. But my parents are very sweet and being like, huh, it's weird. I'm like,
just jumping into it or what?
I wasn't jumping into anything, Mama. I was a hefty gal. But no, I sat on it. And it like broke the slats, and so now the mattress just sits on the floor, and then it has like the whole thing like around it. It's much better. Anyway, before we're gonna get into the episode right now, but I just wanted to ask you all: is anyone up to date with Will Smith's new song? Because I'm kind of into it. It's basically the theme song of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but hasn't aged in any way. It's exactly 1992. Will Smith rapping about himself, but dressing up as different characters. I would really recommend checking it out. People keep making fun of it, but I'm kind of obsessed with it.
I haven't heard it.
All right, well, we're going to watch that before we record the next video, okay?
I think it's because I'm so deep in K-pop Demon Hunter.
I think so.
Okay. Amanda, you could even. Oh wait, no, you hate animated stuff for the most part. I
really do. Yeah,
but it's kind of a musical. It's so good.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. I probably will. But let's talk about the points we're gonna make in this episode, okay?
Jordan, thank you. Thanks, babe.
Oh, might need to
oil it. It did come with some oil, but I'm like, oh God, I don't want to open this, and it should be ready out of the box. But you know, I'm a bitch. So.
Speaking of oil can, they're doing Wizard of Oz at the Sphere right now, and I have a lot of thoughts.
Have you seen the clips?
Yeah, but everyone's complaining about it, and I'm like, okay, but it's an experience. You can go watch the movie if you want to watch the movie. This is an experience.
I agree, but I don't think we needed AI to do it.
Sure.
I hate AI. If you are currently using
let's add this to the weekly roundup. Let's add this to the weekly roundup next week.
But did you also see in it they have actual flying monkeys around?
Yeah, that's like
that seems
it's weird. Busted.
Okay.
Here's the point that we're making.
We're going to talk about MPK because we love to rat on him. Amanda did listen. Oh, she is up on the writer's room.
Yeah.
Baby. She did listen to the first episode of the writer's room, right?
Yeah, it's
Because
not as obnoxious because they were 2 in 1 episode. And so they were just getting through these first 2. And it was a lot more not professional, but a lot more like business. There wasn't a lot of personal stories. It was kind of just introducing people, but the whole episode is like 40 minutes and it's covering 2. So they're not as bad. But I'm telling you right now, Joan, and all of you out there, before we get to the episode Tragically Hip, which is where the finger banging happens.
That's also where MPK, according to one of these clips, sorry, spoiler alert, is where MPK believes that the entire internet and the world is going to be up in arms about the Tragically Hip episode. And I'm
we kind of were. No, he said the episode
it?
after Tragically Hip, but we'll get into that. But everyone, it will be required listening for all of you. John, I think we should actually do an extra Patreon about that Writer's Room podcast, because I told you, every sentence that this man spit out of his mouth was a jaw dropper.
Let's
not
do like a live reaction thing.
We could, because he's just insufferable and he's such a bully and he's such an asshole.
While you guys are here, could you hit subscribe if you're not already, and hit like, and also could you share this? Also, you know what would be really cool is if you could go to our video that's like called Sam and the City ? Marks.
That was a good one.
And watch it and comment on it and share it, baby. Even if you text text it to your husband and make him click on it, or your boyfriend or girlfriend or side piece or FWB or whatever.
We're also in Wicked Watch right now, by the way. So go watch that video. And
I also want to know, are you guys into Wicked? Because maybe 3 people are.
We are.
I am.
We're into it.
Jizzing for Wicked is all I'm saying. Lexa, do you have a friend? Text it to him, babe.
Right. Here's what we want to talk about. These are the notes we want to kind of touch on right now. The fact that they're throwing the kids. This episode opens with Brady and his girlfriend fucking, and I was like, no.
There was a point made right through the writer's room where MPK is like, "Do you want to play that? Actually, play that clip right now about where he talks about how doing the first thing, because it really parallels the."
I think this is actually a great way to open it, because guys, this clip that I'm about to play is going to explain every problem that we have. You guys are going to be gagged.
Alexa, love you, babe.
Oh, thanks. She sends
our pod to her friends all the time.
Okay, so this is them talking about, just listen to it and then we'll discuss, okay?
The design of the first episode is calculated by us in the writing room to say, here they are. The very first scene looks exactly like, with talking about Brady's semen and Ruth Bader Ginsburg dyed her hair. It's very Sex in the City. Bang, 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 back and forth, jokes, fast fun. And then it transitions in that second scene in the restaurant where they started talking about podcasts and the future. And it's designed to give you everything you want. And I believe if we had done that first scene every episode again, the audience would reject it. Even though they want it, they don't want it.
They don't want it now. They enjoy watching a time capsule, but they don't want to watch a time capsule now.
What makes this different than a time capsule?
Okay, explain to me what makes your show not a time capsule of 2020. You're referencing COVID. You're talking about podcasts as though they are a foreign idea. This isn't creating a time capsule of this. You are the audacity to try and tell us what we want.
Yeah, that is so.
We're not grown adults. I'm confused, sweetheart.
Does that not explain everything, though? That we kind of like that first episode. We noted that, Joan, when we did the first episode. We're like, this first scene is great. It's reminiscent. We're millennials. We've been through 9/11, COVID, 2 recessions. I don't want new shit. I want to be nostalgic. Which also, oh yes, that too. The fact that we're so into all these reboots of old shows should tell you, Michael Patrick King, that we are nostalgic. We don't want you to create something new. We want just Sex in the City. That's what we want. And we don't want it, though, they said.
I guess I'm just confused about so they don't think we want that. But what made them decide that we want what they gave us?
Brady fucking.
Like,
We watched this child be born.
You also, the Brady fucking scene is, thank you,
God,
Rebecca. MPK is a set designer. I'm crying. Also, Heather, you said something hilarious in one of our comments somewhere where I actually did die, that it was the idea for Samantha in the City where she's reading Carrie's book and she throws it in the trash.
And she's like, well, anyway. And then Kiki Palmer walks in, of course.
Just so petty. MPK's insane, okay? But this first scene, the very beginning.
Talk about the fucking.
This was a really great moment to highlight the extension of everything in this to make it too long. And whatever amount of time they are, because they don't just show Brady, like, what you would typically do is maybe you could have, first of all, if I were choosing to make this scene, I wouldn't show Brady having sex. You could just hear the wall banging and they could be like, God, Brady never stops fucking Elisa or whatever the hell her name is.
I don't need to see two teenagers like acting it out. It's not funny either.
I think that MPK has some weird fantasies in his head. I'm not going to say anything.
I hear you like him young.
I'm not going to say anything.
Right.
Just say whatever. The thing that really set me off about the fucking is, like, even if you felt the need to show that, why not just show him do boom, boom, and then go to the next room? Do you need to show her on top of him riding him and he's like, yeah, ride him, cowgirl, cowboy, and then flip her over and then get on top of her, slowly insert
pulling out and then putting back in?
I was like, huh? Who decided? You've decided we don't want the original Sex in the City, but you think we want to watch teenagers having sex? And then the people that we actually care about being deaf, impotent, and depressed and sad the whole time? Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
No, I want
Stephanie?
Oh, yes.
God, there is someone on the Steve Lovers crew, because, oh, baby, I could.
God. He's deaf, though, so he's unfuckable, I guess.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, he's deaf for now.
It comes back.
They dropped that storyline pretty darn quick.
like so many, like the Gloria. We're gonna have a little like jot notes of all the storylines that are abandoned throughout the season. But yeah, I think that the fucking is also a way for MPK to really challenge us and really just like shock us. And it's annoying. It seems like he's trying to teach us a lesson or something. Okay.
Hi, Carla. Guys, you don't, if you're just jumping in, you don't need to watch this. Just come listen to us and shoot the shit with friends in the chat.
You don't want to watch. This episode was good. And here's why it was good. As my next note is, we didn't need any new cast members because this episode, it has this happening with Carrie. Everyone is reacting in their own homes, closets. You're checking in with each person. We got Stanford, we have Anthony, we have Bitsy, we have Susan Sharon. I'm sure that actress would have signed on for a year. Why? But they think we don't want that. But they could have just done that.
Did that work?
I thought it worked.
Did that mute?
Oh yeah, yes. That
you couldn't hear me coughing. Okay.
We could
though. What I'm going to say is one of the intentions is to diversify the show, which, again, I believe is an important
Che can stay. Che can stay. Che represents all of it.
I actually really liked Naya in the episode, but wait.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I think that showing all those people that were already in it kind of did almost shine a light on the fact that your show didn't have diversity, because none of those all those characters were white. Every person that you were checking in with was some white person. Like even in places like Susan Sharon, guys, I know some people are like, they didn't need to insert shit into it. Why not? They live in New York City. They could have found more organic ways instead of being like, well, we know we got to get a quota here. That's how they acted about it. And then again, go back and watch our other stuff if you're new here, because we've discussed that, like, they basically used everyone as filling in a piece. They continue to do it on this, but they don't do it very well. I mean, like, okay, though, oh my God, speaking of someone who I love, I actually love their character. I'm fine with them on the show. I wish they would have given them something better and figured out a better way to integrate them. But you know what So it begins with this woman and what the costume department has decided to saddle her with. They have decided that she is too pretty. I need explanations from the costume department now. I don't need the writer's room. I need, and just like that, the costume room. Because what the hell is this? Someone, Natasha Razor Glam, baby. It's in your name, Glam. I need your opinion. You've got to tell me this is the ugliest effing dress you've ever seen. Does this not look like a sack with hoop earrings hung onto it?
It's really, truly shocking. And by the way, this scene, guys, is where this happens. Let me pull this
is where she talks about her dad dying.
When I lost my dad last year, my hands couldn't stop shaking. Episode 2. Only 2 seasons ago, though.
Guys, that's her, what did they explain it away as? Her stepdad?
Well, you would have said stepdad, sweetheart. Because she has an active father in her life.
I need to keep going. Guys, if you're just watching, you've never commented here. I need a thumbs down or a thumbs. You need to say, like, I hate this or I love this. Or I need to know, does anyone like this outfit? I need to understand what the hell is happening. This is one of the most beautiful women ever. What is this?
Did you know that Pat Fields and Darren Star are together? Like them two and Kim Cattrall are like friends. So why aren't you 3 doing a show together?
Someone did say they had a show.
I didn't even know that.
A show, but I did watch that show, and it had too much. It had more of an emphasis on her like gay side character than Kim Cattrall. I need a Kim Cattrall focus.
We'll forget about all of that. We'll just read this.
This is
everyone hates it.
Oh, Natasha. I think SJP was jealous of her and made her dress like a drunk Mrs. Rope.
Yeah, because Sarah Jessica Parker doesn't watch the show. She doesn't do anything in the editing room or production-wise, but she does have a say in the costumes. Oh,
she's a big say. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to actually shift my blame on the costumes in the entire series on SJP, because the girl who does the styling of this was a protege of Pat Fields. I also think, I know Pat Fields is older.
It's okay.
Bring her in,
zoom
her in, and tell, if you put this in front of Patricia Fields, she ain't no mother effing way. And she put some dumb looking shit on the show. She could maybe make
it look good, though.
She
made some weird stuff look good.
There is no way of making that good. It literally, like, you guys, this is something that has plagued me. This dress has plagued me. Anyway, okay.
That actually makes sense, because we've never seen her in like a hot outfit ever. Like, we've never seen her come out looking like tight.
Kind of the last episode, she looked good. And I understand what they're going for. She's artistic. She has like a vibe, but they kind of made Stephanie. That's what I was always on this insistent rant of being like, why is she in shapeless crap constantly?
Yeah, I wonder if Sarah Jessica Parker was just really jealous. I wonder if there was, but she'd never say it. She'd never come out and say it. Pat Fields still works on Emily in Paris. Yeah, see, that is right. See, I'm getting all this information from all of you guys on the videos that we put out every week. All of your comments are so good, and the ideas you guys had for Samantha and the city were also great, and especially how they're addressing the Sarah Jessica Parker and the Sex and the City of it all. Brilliant. And somebody said, with Kristen Ritter would be good, and then that Alan Cumming should be her gay bestie. I love Alan Cumming.
I'm still very much on my Keke Palmer, because I'm seeing Samantha and Keke Palmer somehow coming together. Maybe Keke Palmer's name is also Samantha. And so it's a dual thing where where the title is both of them and the city. Sam, they're both named Sam.
Oh, cute. Yeah, I think we really need to make this happen.
I need the
Here's my
Bridget.
next note.
Hi, babe. I agree.
What notes did you have, Joan, that you wanted to
Okay,
bring?
I also had Stanford.
Yeah.
I don't like what they've done here. They made him super bitchy, super whatever, though I do understand later when Carrie's like, oh, you need to hide. And I understood it from always, because yes, I don't know. This show does weird things where they act like the only friends that Carrie really has are Charlotte and Miranda that are her like actual friends. And then the other ones she treats as kind of like underling friends, like Stanford. You know, why was there that?
Well, there's that
dynamic
episode in the original series where she's like, oh, we're all going out, and Stanford's like, yay. And Carrie's like, oh, sorry, Stanley, it's just us girls, which even at that time, I found that insane. I'm like, I would never, when we lived in Phoenix, I would never just go out with like Michelle. And if you wanted to come, be like, no, it's just the girls. Like, we'd never do that.
They also, though, acted like bisexuality is like the craziest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And like so nasty. He was super rude at the funeral. That's what I was wondering is like, why is he being a bitch why even have that?
Yeah, back to the LTW. This is a really good point, and I agree. I feel like they were going for Nubian queen chic at the beginning, and then the vision got away from them. This is what they've done with all their characters. They're like, this is the box we're going to put them in, and then that's it. So I agree. I think she likes wearing like more African jewelry and clothes, but then they're like, well, we're going to just go all out with that then, and she's going to look sometimes ridiculous walking down the street.
But that like. Anything you can do, you got to make it look just not ugly. It doesn't have to be ugly. I mean, my God, like I actually love that someone is integrating their culture and their life into their fashion, because that's what they do. That's what people do in real life, I believe. They would incorporate things, not just by everything like downtown, but then I just think they failed at making it like I just
modern and chic, yeah. Now back to Stanford. Now this is what they did. I did actually get this piece of information from the Writers' Room podcast that Stanford was written throughout into the entire season, and then he came out after like filming the first episode and said that he's like dying, and then they wrote a like goodbye scene where he was going to go to Japan, and it was going to be him and Carrie sitting in her apartment having drinks together and making a toast, but then he wasn't able to even like do that. So I'm thinking that this bitchy whatever they're doing with Stanford here was probably part of this long extended storyline that, and then they just write him off with this ridiculous storyline after. Well, but anyway, that's probably why.
Maybe the way that they did it with him, where he's super bitchy and being like, I need my husband next to me. Maybe it kind of leads into the next episode of him being like, I've realized we've actually grown apart, blah, 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 and then leaving, I guess. Because what else kind of send off could you have? I'm leaving my husband. Goodbye. And everyone's like, yay. Natasha
says, as a Black person, I do not co-sign on African scents.
Like literally, right? They put her in bags.
There can be ugly African clothes, and they're finding them.
The only way I'm like mentally kind of, I want to give some amount of grace, because perhaps she didn't want to be wearing a bunch of form-fitting outfits. Maybe,
yeah, but then we saw her hanging out in the street with Seema last week, and she was wearing like a yoga outfit, I think, or she was wearing like clothes. She was wearing regular clothes. It was weird to see her not in period attire. Should we play another couple of clips, maybe?
Sure.
Okay, so these two clips, you guys are gonna die, and these are all from the Tragically Hip episode. Again, required homework for you all. This is Michael Patrick King about to be super bitchy to this woman whose name is Samantha. Fuck, now I've lost the name. Anyway, she'll say it. He's being such a cunt to her because she's talking about, oh God, I want to block everyone and I'm nervous. And it's Michael Patrick King being like, you need to get a thicker skin, baby. Michael Patrick King. So here we go. Here's the first one.
Now we're about to get into some deep public opinion waters.
Yes.
With episode 5, Tragically Hip, crafted and written by Samantha Irby.
Woo.
I am going to get off the internet until the end of January.
No,
You can get off the internet or you can get some armor.
Yeah.
Because
Yes, I
both
recommend
existences
that.
are necessary if you're going to keep going forward.
Mhm.
Now, this
No,
episode.
that-
I think that Michael Patrick King has spent a little too much time building up his armor. Like when you are a person who creates something that like does like if we could all live in a perfect vacuum of a world where like every piece of art you create doesn't require any outside input at all from the audience, anything. Maybe you've reached that echelon. Maybe you're Picasso. Maybe you're Stephen Sondheim. Even Stephen
Oh,
Sondheim.
he got so much shit
Even-
through the years.
Even Sondheim would do a preview period, getting feedback, reactions to then adjust. You are so deluded that you think that anyone giving any kind of opinion about anything is their criticism is worthless. It's only
just
here to
being
hurt you.
assholes.
They're trying to come for you, and you need to build up your armor.
Here's what Patsy
What?
Mayonnaise said. This is my major point here. Said the man who was
Patsy.
so thin-skinned about being canceled, he flat out lied. That's my main point here. It's a good point. You do need to have armor, even just as a like minimal podcaster, like the two of us. Look how we spin out when we see a bad review.
Oh,
It's
honey.
like awful. It ruins your day. But like for Michael Patrick King to so bitchily be like, well, baby, you just need to get some armor. Well, practice what you preach, bitch, because we still read that statement, and you have not made a statement since it's become clear to everyone that you were canceled.
I'd also say we're a little different here because the stakes are kind of different. I'm not being a bitch, but like compared to the money, you know, when they show those piles of rice and it's like, this is one piece of rice and this is a million pieces of rice or whatever. Look at the difference or whatever.
Right.
And that's us. So we're one piece of rice and he's like
Right.
150 billion pieces of
300
rice.
million, I think, is what he's worth. We looked up.
We listen to feedback. In fact, we ask, "Hey, what do you guys want us to do? What do you blah
Yeah.
blah blah." And
We're not
in a
putting out
place where you would-
statements.
I don't know why to keep your show going, to keep your check running. Why wouldn't you listen to audience feedback? Because those are the people who are going to support and watch your show. It doesn't make sense. You know, I'm not going to listen to Cletus, who is leaving us a comment on our Sydney Sweeney video about how Gap has everything 50% off while
that's
American
so bad.
Eagle is so like,
You know American Eagle? You know Sydney
like,
Sweeney? Also,
it's
we
like
don't
we're
really
not
care.
actually talking about the clothes. We're talking about
Here's the other clip having the same.
Yes.
It's the same clip, but I'll just get it over with.
I'm like, oh, I did not expect that you would talk about this and that you would have opinions. So I have spent the last week unfollowing and unsubscribing from a lot of shit because they hurt my feelings.
If you've been unfollowing people now, wait until episode 5, which first of all, I embrace it. I have come so long. I'm like a
Embrace
dinosaur in
it.
show business. I'm now at the point where I'm like, do you know how hard it is to get anyone to have a water cooler moment when
give
no
a
one's
shit.
even at an office and water coolers are not allowed?
Well, there's your perspective, sweetheart. You are so fucking out of touch that you want to create a show around water cooler moments. Baby, what?
But he's saying that he's a different person than what he thinks he is, because he's like, oh baby, I love it. I embrace the criticism. It's a water cooler moment. Okay.
Also, is MPK out here following people's Instagrams being like, oh, you guys say whatever you want about me? They really took the all press is good press situation, or like no bad press like they took that way too extreme, because really they're thinking like this. They continue to say the show was so incredibly successful. You have lost the idea of what success means. Like, sure, success meaning you had a lot of people watch it. Is that success for you? Like, It was universally shat on in every way. And in fact, your first episode, which was okay, you already fucked up here. You fucked me up hardcore. That first moment, Brady riding his girlfriend riding Brady.
So
Again,
bad.
you ruined your show. Episode 2. I did
Yeah.
cry multiple times at the episode because I am a funeral crier. I could probably be invited to a stranger's funeral and I would be like tearing
I'll
up.
cry. If I see another person crying, I'll usually cry. Do
And
you
the
think-
flowers.
Oh, the flowers, Samantha.
That
I don't
was-
believe that Samantha wouldn't have come to this wedding. That's crazy. She would have flown to the
Funeral.
wedding. Or funeral, whatever.
I
Do you
agree.
think
Well-
that Sarah Jessica Parker maybe... Do you think there's a coup going on here where Sarah Jessica Parker knew that MPK... They all knew MPK was this problem. And because she's really throwing him under the bus a lot. And then even, did you see this, by the way, guys? This is so funny. This TikTok.
Hey,
It's
Sarah.
like it's of George Washington, Christopher Jackson, like at some baseball game, and he's promoting something else, and somebody's like, "How do you feel about the backlash?" And he's in so many words, he basically says, "I don't give a fuck. My check cleared, and moved on with my damn life."
He did say, when you're an artist, our job is to create something and put it out there for people to watch. And it's not our job necessarily to, I can't remember how he finished it, but it was like a graceful enough answer. Where at the same time, if you're an actor, and especially at his role,
he did as much
he
as he
had
could
zero say in anything he did. So he did a good job doing what he was tasked to do. So
he was fine. Yeah, great.
He in no way to me is a
George
problem of the show.
Washington.
A problem of the show is that they incorporated him too much. I think we didn't need his whole comptroller and then subsequent following depression afterwards. It's like, I don't care.
This is a good point. And actually, it leads into my next topic that Natasha said. I'm just putting together that Natasha Razor, you wrote a voicemail. That's just not how I pictured the spelling in my head. But yeah, you have a really good voice for, I guess, podcasting, or for other people listening to it. Big would have hated the boring funeral. He loved music and fun. Does he though love music and fun? Because I feel like he didn't. That's why the big wedding got kind of.
I definitely could have seen it be way less stuffy seeming.
Sure.
I will bring up the point because I remember hating the poem that Carrie wrote.
Yeah, you definitely hate
and
it.
I still fucking hate it. Please tell me in the comments right now is how lucky, her poem, How Lucky. Is it a toot or a boot? Put it in the comments. Is it shit or is it like great? Is it shit or a hit? How about that? And
shit or a hit. I don't know. It's not. It's how lovely, not lucky. Isn't it lovely?
It's lucky. She's like, how lucky we all are. And then the very last line is how lucky. Something. I don't know if it's that it's meant to be read in Sarah Jessica Parker's voice. Or like it's Carrie's writing style. And so then when Miranda's delivering it, it doesn't sound quite right. I hated it. It's so bad. Hopefully Amanda wrote it down. I think she did.
No, I didn't. We can take like a little 10-minute break here. Okay. Look, I'm sure it's somewhere. The other big thing that happens here is that Che and Miranda meet. I laughed out loud at the moment where Che's like, "Oh, I can be your muscle. I was a bouncer." And then Che's standing in the back and then somebody's crying and then Che like reaches into their shirt and just hands it. I thought that was like really funny. Cause they're like, "Oh, I'm going to bounce these people out." But then it was just like, "Oh, it's just a Kleenex." But it was very well.
Oh, see, I didn't think that was funny. I thought that was more touching.
It was touching and funny because
no one was coming. It was Gloria sobbing. Everyone's looking at her like she's a freak, even though Carrie just said that she knew Big better than anyone else did. So she probably looked at him like her son almost or something. She's bawling. Che does go up to her and gives her like a tissue. It was sweet. I like it.
It was very sweet. But Che was the Che Miranda back and forth. I thought were Oh, there was at least chemistry in the fact that it's two really good actors doing a scene together. What did you think about the writing?
What I thought was strange is Miranda, one of the only times in the entire series of And Just Like That, when she sees Brady smoking with Che, she actually is a badass bitch kind of here. Like, I mean, she was a bit over the top, but she's like, who the fuck are you? I mean, she was
reacting like that about the fucking at home, though.
Or
if you were that like severe of a mom, you should be putting the kibosh on that.
Moment that they transition to being inside and she meets Che as her director person.
Yes, the Rambo conversation.
She's like she's like, oh my God, I'm Miranda Hobbs. It's like 2 seconds ago, you were like strong, empowered person. The character I would like to see. I mean, she doesn't need to be a bitch the whole time, but like an empowered woman. And then instantly, Che like got your pussy so damn wet right away. And Che is not funny so far. I'm sorry.
They mentioned it a couple of times that they're a comedian, though. They mentioned it to Carrie and to Miranda during this.
The one big piece that like the thing that's sticking out, but you know what you guys need to make sure that you do, which I know a lot of you already do, is make sure that you watch our full recap tomorrow, because we will go through like step by step. Though the thing that stands out to me about their conversation, oh god, I'm clicking the wrong buttons to try.
What are you trying to click on?
That's it. The thing that stood out to me the most is when we are introduced.
Oh god, I forgot about it.
To Rambo.
Oh god, it's so bad. It's so like I get such a visceral reaction to that.
The moment the moment Chase says, you know what, you don't seem like a Miranda. You seem like, and Miranda's like, oh, what do I seem like? And Chase like, Rambo.
And Miranda call Che and say, hey, hi, it's Rambo. God,
that actually, it's like when we did already do a full recap of season 1. You guys can go back. That was me experiencing it for my first time.
Yeah,
I just remember how much we referenced to Rambo, but then I totally clipped it out of my head.
I forgot too. So
when Chase said it today, I was sent to the stratus. It's like when your body, you leave your. It's one of my favorite things, I think, from the whole series.
This is a really good point that Jay Schwa says. The famous household name comedian Che Diaz has to repeatedly tell people they're a comedian. Exactly. What level of famous are you? Because it's not clear.
Well,
they have like a serious podcast, like on Sirius Network.
And they have a Netflix. They don't have the comedy concert yet.
Yeah, we see them filming it.
Anyway, last point. Guys, the continued hate for Bitsy Von Muffling will not stand. I'm disgusted. Stop it, Carrie. Stop it. This woman is trying to empathize with you. She lost her husband, her dear Bobby. And now I don't know, is her reaction because you're like, oh, he was gay? I don't know what Carrie's reaction. The moment Bitsy's like, oh my God, Carrie. Mind you, Bitsy looked
so good.
I don't think I've ever seen her look this good.
And there's a little story going on between her and like the orchestrator that I'm like, I want to follow. I want to know what that was about.
Well, he's obviously the pianist and orchestrator is obviously like Bobby's love,
right?
Little side piece. Why did this would have been
interesting?
But again, and who wants to do a counter about the number of times we're going to reference this right now? Is they know what we want more than
they don't want that. They think they want
that. We don't want Sex and the City. We don't. We want this shit show.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? It's sick. I love Bitsy, and they could have just put Bitsy just put Bitsy as one of the characters.
Yeah, it's Carrie's. Nathan Lane, Bobby Fine was Carrie's college mid-20s friend, and Bitsy is the only person you know whose husband has died recently. Why is she not your first call?
They always look at Bitsy like she's I don't know what they're thinking. I think that in the show, they look at Bitsy as being too over the top. Like they think she's just like, they're like, I mean, Carrie is always looking at her like,
Like, oh my God, I don't want to be seen talking to her. Somebody wrote a comment on our
What?
last video that Bitsy and Samantha are like two sides of a coin, and they're just unapologetically themselves. And that's what, like, if they were to go off and make their own series with Bitsy and Samantha being best friends, it would work because they're both just wonderful, unapologetically me. And I'm weird,
really
and that's who I am.
there were a lot of comments about really cool. Speaking of, like, go back and watch again the Sam and the City video. It looks, oh, it's not in here anymore.
Maybe
if you go watch it, a lot of people left comments under there that are really cool, and it's like, you know what? Someone suggested like having Duncan, which it's not necessary, but I don't hate that. Like, bring that guy in who played Duncan to be one of Samantha's clients. Like, it could be such an easy way of bringing in characters, other stuff, by having Samantha do her thing. Anyway, I will never get over it.
Here's a good point. Patsy says, where's her daughter, Judy/Barbara, to defend her? Because remember, Betsy was pregnant. Betsy is pregnant. She's like, Bobby wants to name her Judy or Barbara. Because MPK only came into the show in season 4, so he doesn't really know the show and has never watched it since
that
since
episode is one of the most beautiful episodes, though.
It's called One, right? Or maybe it's maybe right before that.
I can't remember.
Charlotte loses. Well,
you guys,
yeah. Let's wrap it up here. But thanks for joining us. This was fun.
Here's the thing. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad that people are sticking through. So glad that so many of you were able to find us when And Just Like That was popping and through its cancellation, etc. And we're so glad that you're willing to stay here every week and listen to our shit. We're gonna keep pumping them out, and every Wednesday we are going to continue to drop a And Just Like That or Sex and the City centric video, and then possibly ones around it. But let me know, guys. Did you guys watch K-pop Demon Hunter?
Did you watch the Will Smith music video?
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch that right now. Except Amanda needs to watch the last few minutes of the show, I think. So
I don't really even need to. I've seen it so many times. But next episode is called When in Rome, and it says Carrie learns of a surprising development involving Big's former lover. Meanwhile, Charlotte worries about how to handle a daughter's revelation, and Miranda ponders the state of her marriage.
That was kind of strange.
Rock must come out there. Rock comes out, and then I guess is this the Natasha episode already? That's a great episode, or it's a great scene because of Natasha.
I thought it was weird, kind of the way that they were with Rock in this episode, because it was like the moment they had Rock talking, it was almost like Rock was 5 years old or something. The question, they're like, why do we wear black? And then they're like, well, because
that's just how it is,
black to show that we're mourning, blah, 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 and that we're sad. And then Rock's like, I'm really sad right now.
Well, this is their literal uncle, though. They
Also,
should be more
what,
sad,
15?
actually.
How old is Rock in this shit?
Yeah, like they got back together because Charlotte gives birth to Rock in the movie.
They wouldn't be a big baby. All right.
Well, great. We love you guys. Thanks so much. And make sure if you're on Patreon, you guys can hear our episode today after we finish it. And then if not, come back tomorrow to YouTube, or if you're audio only, all of your streaming services, and it'll be free tomorrow. We love you.
We love you guys. Oh, hit subscribe.
Yeah, and share. And leave a comment. Stick around and leave a comment. That's it. Love you. Bye.
Bye.